We finally have good-looking Ultimate Spider-Man figures. These are third-party company DB Toys, Ultimate Netman, Ultimate Spider-Man, basically. The link is in the description. I got it from AliExpress, but you can get it from many different other Chinese websites. And so far, I'm very happy with it. The red and blue suit, maybe one of my favorite Spider-Man figures ever. I definitely like it more than the Mezco. And the Symbiote suit is also fine, but I like red and blue better. I will explain you why. Let's take a look at the packages first, and they're amazing since you can put them side by side and looks like the Spider mask. I think they did a really good job with that. There's no text anywhere. It doesn't say Spider-Man anywhere, but we get the logos on the side. And you can actually open the window inside like this. Of course, I removed the part inside here, but basically you get an image, Symbiote Spider-Man and red and blue Spider-Man, but this is not the ultimate artwork. They just use anything, and there's some other Spider-Mans behind. Does that mean that they're gonna make more figures? Here's Superior Spider-Man, I guess, Iron Spider-Man, and Scarlet Spider. Maybe this is a sneak peek what we're gonna get later. So let's check the accessories first. With red and blue suit, we get the magnetic hands as you expect, and it's just a magnet glued to a open palm hand basically. So I don't know how long this magnet is gonna hold. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it yet, so I cannot tell you if it's holds good or not. Of course, we get web shooting hands. We get basically pointing hands and web grabbing hands, and we get this basically spider sense effect, which looks like electric. So you gotta put it on the neck, I suppose. That's kind of loose. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to use it, but that's kind of loose. And I'm not sure about this. I think it looks too much like electric. If it didn't, would be fine. And it should be more maybe spread around. Maybe you can heat it up and do that. But basically, this is kind of loose. This is not holding here. So that sucks. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, if I have to remove the neck or something, but not sure. Basically, that's loose. We get this webbing, which is very nice. If my camera focuses on it. So this is like Mesco webbing. But I think this is broken here. Or is it supposed to be like that? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be like that. It's not broken. All of them are like this, so it's easier to use, I guess. And this looks exactly like Mesco as well. Very nice. So they're kind of bendy. They're not going to break, I think. And translucent. And this one also looks like Mesco. I think they really copied that with Mesco. And you get this. I don't know what this is. I guess you have to create your own wired webbing with this, but I wish it came already in the package in a form of webbing. So you have to make it your own. Just, use it like this to make your own web, kind of. Which is nice, but I wish, yeah, it came like that already. And let's take a look at the red and blue first, and we're gonna take a look at the symbiote one. And first things to say, it is impressive. It is very good articulated. So the costume doesn't hinder anything about articulation. It still articulates very well. Of course, better than your Marvel Legends and better than your Mezco 100%, and maybe even Mafex. Look at this. It is crazy. It is really crazy. There goes the head sculpt. If I push it too far. Yeah, I guess I pushed it too far, but look at this. I mean, so better than your maximum Spider-Man. And even this figure has a tissue covering all the joints. But since the tissue, the costume they use, the material is very thin. It is like rubbery, but it doesn't get damaged because it's so thin. And yeah, I mean, I don't see any cracks. I don't see any problems with it. And look how he can crouch. This is crazy. So his knees are almost on his arms. Amazing, really, really nice. And butterfly joints are also inside there. You can put the arms behind. So the legs, man, this is really crazy. Look at this. I think this might really move more than the Mafex one. Make a pose. Man, the head sculpt is weird. So there's a ball joint inside, of course, but yeah, it pops out too easy sometimes. So make a crouching pose like this. Superhero landing. Amazing. Really, really nice. This is crazy. I'm really surprised. I don't know how long it's gonna hold. Of course, maybe in some months I'll make another video how good it holds, this costume itself, if there is any tears. But so far, it looks amazing, and there is no cracks, nothing. So on the Mesco one, you directly would see some cracks here on the shoulders and stuff. But so far, really, there's nothing. I don't know what they used to make this, but it's crazy. Just one downside of rubbery material is that it sticks dust too easy, basically. So my room was a bit dusty and there's already dust on it. And you're gonna see that on the black one more, of course. And one other issue is there's some blue here coming out. I think it's the inside of the costume is blue, so there's some blue coming out. And the stitching is good enough. I mean, you cannot get rid of this stitching marks, of course, here as well. They try to make it as good as possible, I think, but yeah, you cannot get rid of that. But in front, you don't see anything, so which is more important. So I'm glad they put the stuff on the back, not on front. And here you see some blue as well. I think they used also blue on the stitching, so that sucks. I mean, till here it should be blue and then here red. I don't know why they did that. Anyways, and there's toe articulation, which doesn't work. It's there, but it doesn't stay. I mean, so once you make a pose like this, maybe it can still hold with the weight of the figure. Yeah, it still holds the weight of the figure. But if you wanna make something like this, I guess it's not gonna work. No, that's not gonna hold. And the web lines are very nice. The spider logo, they're pointing out, they're like sculpted basically. And yeah, so far, no damage at all. Very, very nice. You can see if I put it back like this, front. Yeah, if you keep it like this, I don't know how long it's gonna hold. I don't know that. So here you see the joint, of course, but once you do this, you don't see it anymore. In some angles, it's gonna look weird. And you see already things stick to it. But once it's in a closed shelf, in a glass shelf, you're not gonna have any issues. And yeah, the head sculpt is sculpted very nice, very clean paint. The lenses are shiny, looks really comic accurate. Back logo also is like a sculpt work, very nice. And the hands are also sculpted, of course, they're not tissue. Also the feet, no, the feet are tissue, covered with tissue, just underneath is like this. There's magnets here, but they're too deep inside, so they don't hold on to anything. So it's weird that they put it so deep inside. I don't get it if I can take it out or something like that. If it's how it's supposed to be. But basically, there goes the head. Yeah, the neck is very good articulated, but just the neck keeps popping out. So basically, this is amazing. This is amazing. I'm really surprised how good it is for a third-party figure. So much better than Mezco. If you want to get a figure like this, Hot Toys in 6-inch form, I definitely recommend this over the Mezco one, and it's cheaper. And let's get into Symbiote Spider-Man. So he has same accessories, everything the same. Let's see if this is, oh, this looks different than the other one. As you can see, there's two here going down, which is better, but there should be a bit more here, more spread out. Let's see if this is loose. This one is, so yeah, the other one had the issue with being loose, but yeah, You can maybe fix it with warm water or hair dryer, something like that. It's a good idea still, I think. And yeah, I believe everything else is the same. So we get this open palm hands and same magnetic hands. And we are not getting the web shooting hands, of course, because he's shooting the webs on his open palm hands like this on the Ultimate Comics. And we get symbiote effects. So like this, several pieces actually. Let me take them all out. And these are bandy. Amazing. Really good idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of these. You can make like symbiote arm or attacking with symbiotes. This is a really good idea. But you cannot port these in anywhere. So you have to figure it out somehow. They gave you this wire, black wire. I wish it was purple. But yeah, you have to combine it somehow and put it this arm like this, something like this, or to his back like this. So you have many options, but you have to work it out. So I cannot do that right now. It's gonna be a lot of work, I think. Anyways, that is very good. At least they're wired. That's a good thing. And yeah, I like the red one better because there's some issues I have with the black one. First of all, the paint on the lenses is not so clean. As you can see, it's not so sharp. That's the first issue. But the second issue, I don't know if this is the same body mold or if it's a different body mold because it doesn't articulate as good as the other one, or if it's the costume that is different, that it doesn't move as good somehow. So the head can't look up also. I pushed it, but it's not looking up like the other one. So that's definitely the body issue. I feel like they did the black one first and then they improved it on the red and blue one. I don't know why they did that. Look, this pose, I cannot do that with this one. He's not looking up. And the arms, just everything doesn't look as natural. And the legs too. Like, as you can see, this doesn't stay in the shape, it goes back. So that's because of the costume. The material they use is different. Why not use the blue one here? I mean, the whole thing is actually the same material. It's not two different things, red and blue, like the Mesco one. Why did they not do that? I have no idea. It's just different color. So the leg goes down. Look. So there's a significant difference. I'm gonna put this all the way out. This too. Yeah, it doesn't stay. Doesn't stay like that. And also bending forward. It's not as good as this one either. And you cannot look up. That's a big issue. So yeah, recreating a simple pose like this is hard to do with the symbiote one, unfortunately. Yeah, there's something weird with it. Not just the costume, but also the body is different, I think. And yeah, you can see. Going back is not so bad, but yeah, basically it's not as good as the red and blue one. Unfortunately, I was excited for this one. And the logo is also not like sculpted looking like this. It's one piece. It's not the worst thing, but still could have been better maybe if it looked like it's a different piece. And I like the purple, metallic purple they used on the body. Maybe it's not so much showing in the camera, but it's not plate black. It's like purple a bit, like on the comics of Ultimate Spider-Man, which is good. And yeah, there's gonna be dust on it as well, and which is gonna be more visible because it's black, of course. But yeah, the posing really sucks with this figure. I don't know which pose to put in since it doesn't really hold that well. Let's try this. Yeah, it's not that good. You can make maybe Secret Wars pose like this. Yeah, I have to put more work on it, of course, but he doesn't articulate that well. So if you don't want both of these figures, if you're not gonna put them in a shelf together, you can just get this if you want this regular Spider-Man. Like, you don't need to get this, because there's a huge difference. That's weird. That's really weird, because they got released together, they got developed together, everything together, but somehow there's some issues with it. Anyways, now let's compare them to Marvel Legends. So here's the both version of Marvel Legends red and blue costume. One came with a 2-pack with Vulture, this one, and this was a single release. This looks more like the cartoon Ultimate Venom, Ultimate Spider-Man, basically with the vibrant blue. And of course, he's taller, but I think it still fits in with your Marvel Legends. And the head shape, like, it's bigger and it's more accurate to the Ultimate cartoon, Ultimate comics, and the cartoon, as you can see, is much better. And the logo, everything is just more accurate to the I keep saying cartoon, comic, basically. And this head is gonna be too small on this body, so I think it's not worth trying even. It's just way too small. But I think DB Toys is making a Peter Parker as well with clothes, goods. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, the articulation of this figure is outdated. The legs work well, but there's no butterfly joints. And yeah, it's never gonna look that natural as your DB Toys. But yeah, it's not the worst thing, but Marvel Legends needs to remake this figure. Anyway, let's check the Symbiote one. So the size difference is going to be the same. There's one big difference, that this is much lighter purple, which shines much more and much more noticeable. So I would wish that this was a bit less dark and more purple, light purple like this, and shine more. But as you can see, there is some differences with the head sculpt. So this is basically the repainted version of this one. You see the shape is the same, so they changed with the DB Toys one, the shape of the lens, which is good. More accurate. The logo also here is bigger, here is a bit small. I don't know which is more accurate, but basically they both look nice. I like the purple on Marvel Legends more. But yeah, I still prefer DB Toys, I think. Basically, yeah, I recommend the red and blue one, not the black one. So link is in the description. See you in the next one.